Welcome to Motivational Humanity. You are not alone.
Have you ever been your own worst critic? Constantly telling yourself you're not enough, not good enough, not doing enough. What if I told you that the most radical, courageous thing you can do today is be kind to yourself? I want to share a story with you. A few years ago, I went through one of the toughest seasons of my life. I had failed at something I cared deeply about. And in that failure, I did what most of us do. I attacked myself. I replayed every mistake in my head, I criticized my choices, and I questioned my worth. One evening, exhausted and broken, I noticed something. I was speaking to myself in a way I would never speak to a friend or to someone I loved. I realized that in my pain, I was denying myself the one thing I needed most: kindness. And that night, I made a choice. I closed my eyes and whispered to myself, "It's okay. You're doing the best you can. You are enough." That simple act, so small, so human, shifted something deep inside me. For the first time, I felt a sense of safety in my own skin. Self-compassion is often misunderstood. Many of us think it means letting ourselves off the hook, indulging in self-pity, or avoiding responsibility. But that's not what it is at all. True self-compassion is much deeper. It's about meeting yourself exactly where you are, even when you're struggling, even when you feel broken or inadequate. It's the courage to say, "This is hard, and I'm allowed to feel this way," without judgment or harsh criticism. When you practice self-compassion, you acknowledge that being imperfect is not only human, it's universal. Everyone you see, everyone you admire, everyone who seems like they have it all together is also navigating their own fears, insecurities, and failures. And yet, most of us hold ourselves to a standard we would never expect from anyone else. We demand perfection, we replay mistakes in our minds endlessly, and we call ourselves names we would never call a friend. Self-compassion invites us to step off that treadmill of relentless self-criticism. It asks us to pause, breathe, and treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we naturally extend to those we love. And here's the thing. When you start practicing this, it doesn't make you weak. On the contrary, it makes you stronger. Because acknowledging your own struggles with gentleness and honesty builds resilience. It strengthens your capacity to recover from setbacks, to embrace vulnerability, and to approach life with courage and curiosity instead of fear and shame. In short, self-compassion is not about avoiding responsibility. It's about giving yourself the grace to grow, learn, and show up fully in your life. To truly cultivate self-compassion, we must first embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but it is, in fact, the gateway to courage and connection. It is the willingness to lean into the uncomfortable feelings we usually try to avoid. The shame, the fear, the uncertainty, and to acknowledge them without judgment. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you stop pretending to be perfect, and you begin to accept yourself as you are, with all your flaws and imperfections. Think about it. Every time we hide our struggles or deny our pain, we are essentially telling ourselves, "I'm not enough." But vulnerability says the opposite. It says, "I am human, I am learning, and I am worthy of love and compassion even in my struggles." Practicing vulnerability and self-compassion means pausing in moments of difficulty and speaking to yourself with honesty and care. Instead of harsh self-criticism, you ask, "What do I need right now? How can I comfort myself? How can I meet myself with understanding?" And here's the transformative part. Studies show that those who practice vulnerability and self-compassion are more resilient, more emotionally intelligent, and more capable of forming deep, meaningful connections. Vulnerability allows you to be seen first by yourself and then by others. It opens the door to empathy, courage, and growth. It's not easy. Leaning into discomfort rarely is. But it's one of the most powerful acts of kindness you can offer yourself. When you start treating your own vulnerability as a strength rather than a flaw, you begin to rewrite the story you tell yourself about who you are, and you create a foundation of self-love that can carry you through life's toughest moments. The way we speak to ourselves, the inner dialogue we carry in our minds, has more power than we often realize. It shapes our sense of self, our confidence, and even the way we show up in the world. Many of us have grown up with an inner critic that is loud, relentless, and unkind. It points out every mistake, magnifies every flaw, and reminds us over and over that we are not enough. And the truth is, when we internalize that voice, it becomes a script we live by, influencing our decisions, our relationships, and our happiness. But here's the good news that inner dialogue can change. You have the ability to transform it from a harsh critic into a compassionate guide. Start by noticing the words you say to yourself. When you stumble or fall short, are you saying, "I always mess up"? Or can you instead say, "I'm learning and it's okay to make mistakes"? That small shift might feel awkward at first, but over time it rewires the way you experience yourself and the world around you. It builds emotional resilience, reduces anxiety, and opens the door to authentic self-acceptance. And it's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to respond to yourself with understanding rather than judgment. When you cultivate a compassionate inner voice, you begin to treat yourself the way you would treat someone you deeply care about. You create a safe internal space where mistakes become lessons, setbacks become opportunities, and your own humanity is honored instead of shamed. This practice isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a profound act of courage. Because every time you choose compassion over criticism, you are choosing to believe that you, exactly as you are worthy of love, respect, and kindness. Here's one of the most beautiful truths about self-compassion: the more kindness you extend to yourself, the more capable you become of offering genuine compassion to others. When we constantly criticize ourselves, we create a kind of emotional armor. That armor might protect us from disappointment or shame in the short term, but it also blocks our ability to connect deeply with others. Self-compassion softens that armor. It allows us to be fully present, not only with ourselves, but with the people around us. When you stop judging your own struggles, you stop projecting those harsh judgments onto others. You become a safe space, a person who listens without condemnation, who sees people for who they are rather than what they do, and who approaches relationships with empathy and understanding. Think about the ripple effect this can create. Every act of self-kindness strengthens your emotional capacity. It gives you patience when someone else is struggling. It allows you to forgive more easily, to listen more deeply, and to love more fully. And perhaps the most profound part is this: when you model self-compassion, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage to treat yourself with respect and tenderness becomes an invitation for the people in your life to embrace their own humanity. It's a reminder that we are all deserving of kindness, especially from ourselves. In this way, self-compassion isn't just a personal practice, it's a revolutionary act. It changes not only how you experience life, but also how you shape the world around you. Every time you choose kindness toward yourself, you are contributing to a culture of empathy, connection, and love. So, I challenge you today: pause. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and speak to yourself with the same love and kindness you would offer to someone you deeply care about. Say it aloud if you need to: I am enough. I am worthy. I am learning. And here's the invitation: share in the comments one act of self-compassion you will give yourself today. Let's create a community where kindness toward ourselves isn't optional, it's essential. Remember, courage isn't just about facing the world. Sometimes, it's about facing the mirror with love. You are worthy of it,